And also tonight, the Trump administration has unveiled its updated travel ban designed to keep out terrorists.
The White House released a photo of President Trump signing a new executive order. It imposes a 90-day ban on visas for citizens from 6 Muslim majority countries traveling to the U.S. The updated executive order does not apply to current visa holders, and it removes Iraq from the list of banned countries after Iraq agreed to increase vetting of its citizens.
Iraq is an important ally in the fight to defeat ISIS.
The new order will not take effect until March 16th. The administration expects this version to withstand court challenges, but critics say they plan to fight the new travel ban just as vigorously as the last one. Many people here in the Southland are concerned about how the travel ban will affect them.
CBS 2's Randy Paige, in fact, is live at LAX, and earlier he spoke with the law school professor as well as an immigration attorney. Randy?
That's right, Pat. Customs and Border Protection tells us they do not expect to see the kinds of problems we saw when the first travel ban went into effect. More on that in a minute. But first, here's John Kelly, Homeland Security Secretary.
Today's executive order, which President Trump signed this morning, will make America more secure and address long overdue concerns about the security of our immigration system.
There are now 6 countries included in the new travel ban: Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. According to the order, citizens or nationals from these 6 countries. So the biggest change this time around is, of course, that Iraq is not on the list. But it's important to understand that this is a ban which deals with the citizens of each of these 6 countries. For example, if someone from another country happens to be in, let's say, Yemen, one of the countries on the list, if they have a visa, they can certainly come here to the United States without a problem. So it is a matter of looking at the people who are nationals or citizens from those countries. And really, they can be anywhere in the world as long as they are citizens or nationals, and they will not be able to get a visa. Now, why did they predict there won't be problems this time around? You might recall the last time when the first ban went into effect in January, it went into effect without warning. So people were in the air on their way to the United States. This time around, it will not take effect until March 16th. And so that'll give people plenty of time to get ready for this. And more importantly, it'll allow the State Department to issue visas only to those who they want to allow in the United States. So I just spoke a short time ago to folks with Customs and Border Protection who said, you can expect it to be smooth sailing on March 16th. That's at least how the federal government sees it at this point in time. Let's take it back to you.